So does anyone watch Sweeney Todd and then start craving pie? Hello, darlings, and welcome to Performance Perspective, where we watch musicals whether they're in film or theater, and then we share our thoughts. It's me, Care Darling, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video because we are talking about Sweeney Todd. Now, if you don't know what Sweeney Todd is about, it's about a killer barber on Fleet Street taking revenge on the judge for what he did to his wife in the past. What inspired me to watch this musical, of course, was due to the loss of Angela Lansbury. Now, I will say I only knew the movie version, but never seen the original. Thanks to Broadway HD, I was able to watch the original Broadway Sweeney Todd. Now on that note, I have to say I have a love-hate relationship with Broadway HD. Although I'm very happy to be able to watch this musical, you can watch it for free on YouTube. So maybe I'll make a video on it. There will be spoiler alerts to the story, so this is your time to take a bow and head out. So a little bit of history on the musical is that Sweeney Todd's story came from A String of Pearls that was published in 1846. In 1973, Christopher Gottfried Bond wrote the play. This is the play that inspired Stephen Sondheim to create the musical. Stephen Sondheim wrote the music and lyrics. Harold Prince was the director. There is a short documentary online when Sweeney Todd went into London in 1980. You see Harold Prince directing, blocking, seeing the behind the scenes of creating the musical. Stephen Sondheim is also in this documentary and he opens up creating the music. Let me tell you, this whole thing of him opening up of what happens in his head is crazy town. This guy is a mad genius and I'm all for it. I find this documentary very interesting, so I linked it in the bio. This is something I think is great for people that are becoming composers or even trying to write scenes and how that works. I am thinking of creating a video on this documentary, so let me know if that's something that interests you. Now, the movie musical Sweeney Todd came out in 2007. Stephen Sondheim is known for having reservations with having any of his musicals become a movie, but Tim Burton came in and expressed interest. Stephen ultimately agreed only if he has the final approval of the cast. Tim Burton wanted Johnny Depp to play the lead role, but Stephen was hesitant on that because he didn't want his voice to be rock-oriented. Now, the last musical Johnny Depp was in was Cry Baby, which wasn't even his voice. He had to lip sync in that movie. After a vocal audition, Stephen approved Johnny. Helena Bonham Carter also sent vocal auditions, and she sent about 12 before Stephen Sondheim approved. The reason why there were so many auditions for her is because Stephen Sondheim didn't want to be the casting choice to be nepotism. She, after all, during that time was the wife to Tim Burton, and she was pregnant with their second child while filming. Now, can you guess who auditioned in front of Tim Burton by singing the whole score of Fiddler on the Roof? If your answer is Sacha Baron Cohen, you are correct. He even went to his own barber to practice how to use a razor, in which it took him 16 hours to obtain the skill. One of the differences between the movie and musical is that there is no ensemble in the movie. Originally, they were planning to have the Spirits singing the ensemble, but Tim Burton decided that it was too theatrical for film. Although I think this was the best thing to do for the movie, it was a true loss for the story. Let's also talk about the actress who played Joanna. I don't know why I thought this was Amanda Seyfried. I don't know why for the longest time I thought Joanna was Amanda Seyfried. But playing the role is Jane Weisner. Originally, Tim Burton was thinking of having Anne Hathaway, but decided he wanted an actress that nobody knew. Originally, Jane was dismissed because she looked too mature to play an 18-year-old, but then she sent pictures of her without makeup and was cast. When a little priest is being performed in the film, at the end, Johnny and Helena strike a pose that is similar to the musical promotional for Sweeney Todd. Now, can we talk about the differences between the movie and the musical? In the stage musical, when Anthony comes to get Joanna from the insane asylum, Anthony is unable to kill the warden, so she takes the gun from Anthony and kills the warden herself. In the movie, this was changed to Joanna taking a more passive role in her escape and Anthony allowing the other inmates to kill the warden. So the character Pirelli is Italian in the beginning, but once he uncovers his true identity in the stage show, he's Irish, but in the film, he's English. This really wasn't a big deal. I just found it interesting. Lastly, I want to talk about the ending for each show. Both are similar in the sense that the boy, Tobias, discovers nails or teeth in his pie and starts questioning. This is when Mrs. Levitt locks him in the basement, only not to be able to find him. Now, I would love to know what your perspective is, because when I saw the musical, I could not sleep for days. The musical Mrs. Lovitz makes me feel that she's locking him in the basement so Sweeney can come and kill him so they can continue their cover-up of a business. In the film, you feel a sense that Mrs. Lovitz cares for the boy and doesn't want to harm him in any way. Now at the end, the boy's the one that ends up killing Sweeney Todd, but in the film, it just ends and the boy is gone, versus the musical where he has gone insane and is traumatized when the police come in. I'm telling you, I couldn't sleep for days. This haunted me.
3 times for them to be juicy and tender. Smoothly.
Anyways, darlings, that's it for today's episode. I would love to know, which version do you prefer? Do you prefer the musical or the movie? Also, an announcement came out is that Josh Groban is going to be the next Sweeney Todd, and that is a show I would love to go and see because he raises me up. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, like the video. If you want to see more of me, I am on Instagram and TikTok, Hair Off Book. And without further ado, take care, darling.